This is the summer of 23. Had to run the squeeze chute up to the machine shed to weld the lever back on that puts the squeeze on the cattle. The wood that's on the side I replaced back in the summer of 22. I wasn't going to bring this squeeze chute back in, but the shipment of the new one got delayed, so I had to bring it back in to use it one last time. WW that my dad bought years ago. I took over the farm a couple years ago, and I decided I really need to get a better squeeze chute. This one has a few problems that are hard to adjust. I got like the bottom is hard to adjust. It's hard to adjust the width of the bottom for a calf to a cow. It's got rust. You kind of got to take a sledgehammer and tap it out, tap it back in, and then I lost the cow once because the head gate here when it closes, it has the bar on the top that tends to push their head down, and kind of makes them want to lay down. And if you don't work them fast, you could you have problems. So now I'm going to show. Well, you also got your ropes up here that you got to change out every so often because they get rotted. My squeeze bar broke off. If you tend to leave it open, it'll fill up with water and rust out the bottom. So you got to leave it shut in order to keep water out of it. Which you don't think about those things until it's after the fact. But now I'm going to show you the upgraded one that I saved up to get. I had to take a few hours off from work to go pick up this squeeze chute I purchased. Had to go the half mile in the road to get it, and couldn't put it on the trailer, so I had to drive all the way up here with my skid steer. There's the old 773. Internet says it's only rated for 1,400 pounds. They say this is 1,800 pounds, but it didn't seem to have no problem. I just wouldn't fit on the trailer, so I just drove it all the way up the half-mile gravel road. There it is. It's the Hartford squeeze chute from C&B Farm and Outdoors. Got the propulsion cage on the back. Yeah, I think it's going to work quite nicely. Make life a lot easier for someone that's getting a little older in the years as myself. There it is. I looked at a lot of them on Marketplace and online, and this here is a C&B Farm and Outdoors squeeze chute from down in Alabama. And it's got everything I wanted in a squeeze chute. Got a shot door up here in the front. You can get in and give them a shot real easy. On the old squeeze chute, they will move back and forth enough that it can pinch your arm, in other words. So over, but I pretty much eliminated all the ropes. So I got a cable. The cable on the, they only have one cable and everything else is on hinges. Basically, like that. Open up the side, which if you want to get into the bottom here, just take this little thing, do that up. You can open the whole side up. Way easier. And you got the, once you get in here to brand or whatnot, you can these open and shut real easy. You got another shot door on this side. Real simple. Still there. It's an automatic squeeze chute, which is what I wanted in case I had to ever run something in there by myself. So I got this up here. Got this lever. I pull this lever here, and I can let them out the front versus letting them out the side like I showed you a minute ago. Automatic marker. Put that up. Set this in there and set it to wherever you want it. And when they come in, they hit that. Locks them in place. Of course, it has a couple pins here, so you can make this narrower if you want to from each side. And as far as your squeeze goes, squeeze this from hinge so both sides evenly. Has a little angle iron here. You just pull some pins. It's got 3 adjustments on each, so you can move each side in, so you can make it narrow for calves, or wide like this for like a bull. This is actually called the Hereford squeeze chute. So that's they have an Angus squeeze chute. This Hereford squeeze chute is the biggest one. It also bought it with the palpation cage on the back because I figured I might want it someday, and I figured it'd be easier just to get it from the get-go. I think by getting it in one deal, it's all already welded, pre-assembled. If I was to buy it after the fact, it would have to attach to the squeeze chute somehow. I'm not sure. I've not really seen those, but your squeeze lever here will come up and lock away. You just twist it, and it locks away so you're not hitting your head on it. You got another lever here that works the gate back here. It's on a roller bearing, so it moves real easy. I mean, I can literally open and shut it with my fingers. Kind of shut side to side. Where my old squeeze chute, it raised up and down the rope. Sometimes one would come in behind and try to lift that gate up, get in with the other one. On this palpation cage here, you just put this lever up top. You can open it up. You can get in, brake check them. You know, whatever else you might need to do. Cut them. Want to get into the back and cut them, which I've seen people do that, but not a very safe thing. You can even lock this door away. It has a pin over here in the back, so you can lock it away. Lock it back so it's not in your way. Weighs 1,800 pounds, I believe is what they told me. I want to put it on concrete because eventually I want to, maybe next year if I have the money, I want to put it on scales so I can weigh them without taking them up to the co-op to weigh them in the trailer. I want to see how much they weigh. I'm gonna call a guy and see if he can give me an estimate on what it would cost to put this on concrete in a sweep that I also bought from C&B. I bought the sweep last year with the extra money I had. Pretty much any money I have extra either goes back into cattle or it goes back into something to make my job easier, because I'm 53 years old, so I I need to make things as easy as possible. Had to go back and forth a few times to get the balance right so it didn't tip to one side. Got a little wild here to start tipping it back. So I quickly discovered that it was too wide for my gates. I had 3 of them I had to go through to get it to the end of the alleyway. I made it through this first one, but I ended up having to go over the top of the next 2. ran out of time when I was moving it that first evening, so I had to set it back down the blocks in the center lot and pick up where I left off the next evening after work. Every time I tried to slide it back, the squeeze chute would move. I had it exactly where I wanted it, so I had to boomer it to the corral fence to keep it from moving. James here. You're watching The Poor Farm. If you like these videos, hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.